Now, when walking down the aisles of your local grocery store, you'll see more local food options. And for one community creating those local foods, this trend has resurrected the economy. We're talking about tiny Hardwick, Vermont, with a population of just over 3,000 people. WPTZ's George Mallet is live from Healthy Living in South Burlington for his series, Rescued by Food. George.
And Steph, you and I have talked enough about this off camera that you know how excited I am by this story. And it is a remarkable story. You mentioned it, just over 3,000 people in Hardwick, Vermont. And that town has essentially reinvented itself by embracing sustainable agriculture and has also reinvigorated the local economy by doing so.
Hardwick, Vermont, nestled in the shadow of Buffalo Mountain along winding Route 15, is a bustling agricultural community. From High Mowing Organic Seed to Jasper Hill Farm, the gateway to Vermont's Northeast Kingdom,
right here is the organic tofu,
is filled with thriving agronomical businesses. It's not something the people here take for granted. This town that was built on the granite industry struggled for much of the last century after that industry collapsed.
It definitely seemed like it was changing.
Eric Remick chairs the Hardwick Select Board.
I remember it being a pretty rough and tumble town. I mean, Hardwick was a town that was the butt of jokes for the area.
Over the last decade or so, though, a food revolution began in Hardwick.
There was a concentrated effort by a number of companies to work together to sort of break through and prove that a small food-based business could be viable in a small community.
That's Andrew Meyer, the founder of Vermont Soy.
Our main product is fresh tofu.
This one-time Senate aide and son of a Hardwick dairy farmer is a founding father of that food revolution. A group of food-based businesses taking root here and reviving the local economy through cooperation.
There's tremendous momentum when good things happen.
Meyer's Vermont Soy, High Mowing Organic Seeds, Jasper Hill Farm Cheesemakers, Pete's Greens, and a handful of other companies have teamed up in the rolling landscape surrounding Hardwick to create sustainable agriculture that supports the local economy. Andy Keeler founded Jasper Hill Farm.
What we want is meaningful work in the place that we love.
This is our home.
And that's Tom Ferber, the general manager of High Mowing Organic Seeds.
We want to change the world through seed, and we think that people's lives depend on it.
If these middle-aged revolutionaries sound idealistic, it's because they are. But their idealism is the foundation for remarkable success.
This certainly isn't the first story done about Hardwick and food. In 2008, the New York Times did a feature story about everything that's happening here in Hardwick. And Ben Hewitt wrote this excellent book called The Town That Food Saved. But if you talk to the agripreneurs participating in the food uprising here, they'll tell you this may well be the town that saved food.
If you look around the country, food is in big trouble. Food didn't come to Hardwick and say, oh, we're going to save Hardwick. Hardwick came to food and said, we need to save food.
Meyer believes the practice of shipping food thousands of miles is unsustainable. Hardwick, he says, is moving the dial toward a more local, supportable approach to food policy.
And I'm here with some carrots from Pete's Greens. In fact, here at Healthy Living Market and Cafe, they have a lot of the many products that come out of Hardwick. And some of these products were engineered, I don't know if engineer is the right word, but created to begin with at a place called the Vermont Food Venture Center. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we will visit the Venture Center, and you'll see the shared use kitchen and the impact that it's having on the Hardwick economy and the state of Vermont as a whole.